Previously on Dirty Laundry.
You've always been there for me, buddy. I have never lied to you, just like you've always been straight with me.
I have been thinking that you're the one that killed Mel, that is.
I'm Inspector Badesco, and I'm investigating the murder of Mel Haynes.
Such a kind and caring old man. I mean, he looked out for everybody. I could talk to him about anything.
He was an angel to all who knew him.
Life just doesn't seem the same around here without Mel.
Placing you under arrest for the murder of Mel Haynes?
Not since the mudslides of '73 have the residents of Cedar Falls had this much excitement. A relative newcomer to this otherwise quiet and peaceful community is presently on trial for the bloody and brutal murder of Mel Haynes, a beloved member of this close-knit community. This was the scene just moments ago as the defendant, Mrs. Tina Timpson, entered into the courthouse for her third day on trial. She was accompanied by her husband, Tim.
Mrs. Timpson, what did Mel say to you the day he was murdered?
Mr. Timpson, do you believe your story?
Why did you not pick up the fertilizer like you said you had? What are you hiding?
What kind of animals are you? I've done nothing wrong. Just leave us alone.
Oh, honey, these vultures won't stop until you're hung in the town square. Is that what you fellow townspeople want? More blood? Haven't we all suffered enough? Why don't you stop trying to make my little lamb chop the scapegoat and trying to find the real murderers?
I've done nothing wrong. I didn't kill anyone.
Come on, honey. Let's get
Just
out
a
of
few
here.
more
We
questions.
have no
More
comments.
questions.
That was the scene just moments ago outside the Cedar Falls courthouse where Tim and Tina Timpson entered in for Mrs. Timpson's third day on trial for the murder of Mel Haynes. 2 days of litigation have left the jury baffled. The focus of District Attorney Joseph Wyman's case now seems to be on Timpson's lack of an alibi at the time of the murder, while the defense is depending upon the lack of evidence at the crime scene that would link Timpson to the murder. Did Tina Timpson really travel to the next town over to buy her special fertilizer, only to find the store closed? Or did she retrace her steps back to the Sit and Spin laundromat and shoot down fellow patron Mel Haynes in cold blood? Today, as the trial comes to a dramatic close, the fate of Tina Timpson lies in the hands of a jury who, at the moment, seems deadlocked.
I can't take any more of this. Our lives have been disrupted by this invasion of our otherwise peaceful and productive existence. My progress on the formula is going nowhere. Mel's death is garnering national attention. And to top it all off, one of our two new friends in this town is being tried for his murder. When is this all going to end, Sid? When can we go back to the good old days?
The good old days, Larry?
Yeah, you remember. You, me, would go for a couple of beers and play some darts after work. You remember. You, me, not a care in the world.
I don't remember those times, Larry.
You don't? Well, I guess I always meant for us to do them. It was just that every time I was going to ask you, something always came up.
Like Nadia?
Yeah, I guess Nadia was a big part of my life for a while. But I don't even think about her anymore. She walked out on me without so much as a goodbye.
She left you a note.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she might have well stuck that pen directly into my heart rather than onto the paper.
You deserve better anyway, Larry.
Thanks, pal. You always bring a ray of sunshine into my life.
You're welcome, Larry. I have to go try to fix that broken machine in the back.
Oh, okay, buddy. I'll holler if I need you.
You're not ready. He's not ready. It's all too soon. But I have to do it now. He needs me. And I need him.
Too soon! You'll ruin everything! Too soon!
Don't tell me how to act. Don't tell me. I created you, both of you, and you are nothing without me. But in turn, you need us. Don't you forget that. Stop it! I have listened to you too long enough. I have listened to you, and I am not any better. In fact, sometimes I think I may be worse. I know what I have to do.
You'll be sorry! You'll be sorry!
No, I will not be sorry. I will be free. I will be free.
Oh, Larry, do you think she'll get the electric chair if she's convicted?
Oh, please, Blanche. She's a friend. I'd rather not think so negatively.
Oh, well, I understand, but the district attorney does seem to have a pretty good case on her. I mean, if I didn't know her so well, I'd think she was guilty myself.
Well, fortunately, Tina does have friends who know better than that. I'm just glad we all got the opportunity to testify on her behalf.
Yes, that was rather exciting, being up there in front of all those people and feeling all those eyes on me and knowing all those people were hanging on every word from my lips. Oh, and the heat of that courtroom. You must admit, Larry, that with all that tension in the air, I did perform rather well.
Blanche, this is some two-bit cheap TV drama. Tina's life is at stake here. She's so fragile, so kind. Frankly, I don't know how she's bearing up under all of this. Luckily, she has Tim by her side.
Tim is a very caring man.
Hi, hello. Can I, may I help you with something?
Yes, my car broke down in the parking lot, and I was wondering if you had a public phone I could use.
Well, we don't have a payphone, but you'd be more than welcome to use the house phone.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Larry. Larry Alkali. I'm the clerk here at the Sit and Spin. And, you are?
Nancy. Nice to meet you, Larry. You're very kind.
Anything I can do to help a damsel in distress.
Oh, excuse me, Larry. Where are your manners, darling?
Oh, 1,000 apologies. Nancy, I would like to introduce you to Ryan Blanchstone. Blanche and Giles are very prominent figures here at Cedar Falls. So, are you new to the area?
just passing through. My car can be somewhat unreliable at times. I guess I'm pretty fortunate to have stopped in here.
Well, your misfortune is our good fortune. You know, it's not often we get the class of character coming in here.
I have never felt so totally disregarded in my entire life.
Madam?
That woman, Giles, the one Larry is practically drooling all over. I have never seen such a total disregard for decency and manners.
She looks, seems quite nice. I believe all she wants is to use the phone.
Oh, she wants more than the phone from my dear Larry. I see that look in her eyes. Oh, I would know that look anyway.
I had no idea this town was filled with such interesting people.
Well, if you're ever this way again, I know the quaintest little restaurant. It's right up the court. Oh, damn it! Oh, my notes! Sid! Oh, I'm so sorry about this, but I just have to save my notes. Sid!
Don't worry about it, Larry. I gotta go. I have an appointment anyway.
Go? Oh, wait! You didn't even use the phone! Oh. Sid! What is he doing back there? Where were you, man? Oh, never mind that. Hurry up. I think my notes are melting.
Sorry about that, Larry. I was out back.
Another day in this trial has come to a close as the jury now retires and begins its deliberation. The district attorney seems confident that the jury will return quickly with a verdict of guilty against Mrs. Tina Timpson in the shooting murder of Mel Haynes. However, for now, the town of Cedar Falls awaits in silence as a group of 12 determines one person's fate.
Hey, Alkali, you been catching the news reports on TV? Looks like our own little Martha Stewart's gonna be pruning daisies from the other side of the surface, if you know what I mean.
Abacus, you are truly a sick and inhuman piece of work. Don't you care about anybody else besides your banker?
Well, sure I do. Well, I mean, anyway, who the hell cares what happens to her? I mean, all I do is come in here to do my laundry. Well, anything else that happens in here is none of my affair.
Well, I would think with all your affairs, you would have a tough time keeping track.
Yeah, keep the sarcasm up. Anyway, is my laundry done yet?
No, I haven't had time. I've been really busy.
Busy? I'm so sorry. Far be it from me to interrupt your little quest here to save the planet. I got an idea for you. Maybe you should do some work around here that pays the bills. I mean, take a look at this shirt. Smell it.
No.
That's the smell of a working man. Maybe if you did a little more work around here, you'd be able to buy a new pair of pants, free of holes.
My holes are not an issue. Tim and Tina are. And ever since, I haven't been able to concentrate.
Concentrate? You haven't concentrated since you found that funny plan of yours in your backyard back there in 7th grade. But being the nice and gracious guy that I am, I'll cut you a little slack. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Tim, Tina, what are you doing here?
All the reporters are following us everywhere.
We can't even go home. They're camped out on our lawn.
We figured this would be the last place that they could look.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Tina, we've been so worried about you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Larry. I've been meaning to bring you some fresh tomatoes from my garden, but those horrible reporters trampled all over them all.
That's right, Larry. Between that and what they've taken for evidence, I mean, poor Tina's garden is just a shambles.
I can't believe this has all happened to me. It's like my whole life had turned into some cheap dime store murder mystery novel.
Oh.
I awoke at daybreak from a sound and restful slumber in the bed reserved for guests and very much alone. I rose with a stretch and quickly noticed, as I am very observant, that the candle in the holder that had accompanied me on my nocturnal campaign was afresh. As I did not and still do not recall replacing the candle, I ventured out into the hall toward the heat of her bedroom in search of evidence. The room was empty. It appeared undisturbed. The bed was made, all clothing was properly stored. My robe, which had been so thoughtlessly cast to the floor, was nowhere to be seen. In short, all seemed in order and quite normal, which of course to me was anything but ordinary. Perhaps I had dreamt the whole affair. How innocent and natural! Verification of my night's fantasy was all that was now required. In an attempt to confirm or deny my supposition, I now sought company with her. I had not to look far, for there she was, sitting at the kitchen table, engrossed in the morning's news. Upon attaining her visage, I instantly and instinctively collected myself, a subtlety that went unnoticed by her, for she looked up only after I regained my composure.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
At first I did not acknowledge her greeting, for I was very busy scrutinizing her, a task which demanded all of my faculties. It was not a dream. The events of my memory were indeed reality. And you think me mad? Could a madman recognize a voice without innuendo? Could a madman notice a smile so ripe with innocence? Could a madman stare into a pair of eyes, those eyes, and see a gaze void of guilt and accusation?
Never better.
He'll be home soon. We'll eat some breakfast then.
I was suddenly overwhelmed with a sense of quiet confidence. After all, what did I have to fear? She returned to her newspaper as I approached with quite a bit more stealth than the last time. I almost laughed aloud at the irony. Only a few short hours ago, the thought of simply sitting down next to her would have sent me into a panic. The mere sound of her voice would have made me a cringe in horror. Her very gaze would have, and very rightly so, rendered me a crazed bird. But not me. Not now. I had seen to that. And now it continues as it began. The ticking of the clock, her soft breathing. Don't tell me you forgot. And now it is plain, I am not mad. I thank you for your indulgence and forgive you of your prejudice. It is, after all, understandable. Presently my friend returned, wearied from a night's labor, and seeing us together, waiting for him, greeted us with the sincerest and kindest smile you could ever imagine. Bang! 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 I was clearly startled by the noise. My friends, however, seemed oblivious. It was instantaneous, unmistakable. The sound of that sinister headboard thumping the wall with very sinful thrust. They began to set the table for our meal. Bang! 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 Again it sounded, with greater intensity and frequency. Bang! 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 I paced the room nervously, in a vain attempt to calm myself. After all, what did I have to fear? Then again, bang! 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 The deafening din continued, although I seemed to be its sole audience. Bang! 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 Over and over again, until I thought the bed would come through the wall. Don't you hear it?
What, my stomach growling?
Oh, ill humor, laughter, cruelty, mockery. They heard. They must have heard. Bang! 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 I covered my ears and began to pace the floor more steadily. Louder still it grew. Bang! Bang! Bang!
Hey, you gonna be alright, man?
I'll get you some aspirin.
The more I tried to fight, the worse it became. Out! Leave me, I pleaded. But the sound only intensified. Bang! 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 I felt as though the headboard would soon spring from my own head, spilling with it the deceit and breached trust. Alan, we really need to talk. Sit and spin. Who's calling, please? Oh, sure. 1 second. Tina, it's your lawyer.
Hello? So soon? Yes. Yes, I understand. When? All right, then. Thank you.
What is it, honey? What did the lawyers say?
The jury is in. They reconvene at 9 a.m. Tim, will you take me home?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, honey. Come on.
Chin up, Tina. The truth shall prevail.
This day will not soon be forgotten in this quaint little town of Cedar Falls. After weeks of interrogation, investigation, and court proceedings, the verdict is now in. Mrs. Tina Timpson has been found guilty of murder in the first degree in the shooting of Mel Haynes, which in this state means that she will soon face the electric chair. This scene came just moments after the verdict was delivered, as the convicted was led out of the courthouse.
Let me go, you maniacs! I'm innocent! I'm innocent, I tell you! Jim! Frank!
An emotional scene, but a triumphant one in the eyes of common decency and justice for the residents of Cedar Falls. Once again, Mrs. Tina Timpson has been found guilty of the murder of Mel Haynes at the Sit and Spin laundromat. Her punishment of execution by electric chair will most surely come quickly. And now for those Mega Lotto jackpot numbers.
Well, I'll be. Could you ever imagine such a horrible, tragic fate to come to one of our dearest and most special friends? Oh.
I know, Blanche. It's so unbelievable. Tina has been convicted of killing Mel?
Oh.
I'm so torn. I'm so confused.
5 and 6. Next is number 11. 11 is the next number. 13.
Larry, how long do you think it'll be before they, well, you know, before she gets,
I'm not sure, but if I know this town, it'll be sooner rather than later. They've just been itching to use that execution contraption ever since the protests in the 60s.
Take this ticket in.
I wonder how much electricity it takes.
A millionaire. $5 million jackpot.
Guys, where on earth are you going? Oh, Lord, what now? That man has simply become unbelievable. Take care, Larry. Go!
Those Mega Lotto numbers. 5, 7, 18.
Sis really gotta look at this. This thing still isn't working right. Wow! I didn't expect to see you again. Not that it's not an unpleasant surprise or anything.
Well, I wanted to apologize for the other day. I feel so badly that I left so abruptly.
Oh, no harm done. You're here now. And you have my undivided attention.
You mentioned something about a restaurant?
Why, yes. The offer's still good. That is, if you're game.
Larry, you have this unbelievably good nature. I think I would just follow you just about anywhere.
I know we just met, but I feel like I've known you for years. I feel so comfortable around you.
I am so glad you feel that way, Larry.
damn machine. It hasn't been working right for weeks. Sid, the maintenance man, hasn't been able to figure out the problem. I'm just gonna go back and have him take a look at it.
I have to go. I have to go feed the meter.
Hey, wait a minute! Oh. Damn machine!
I was out back taking a nap and I heard the noise. I hope I didn't interrupt you.
Well, to tell you the truth, buddy, I was in the middle of a most interesting conversation with a mysterious woman.
Mysterious woman. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be. That is, if she sticks around long enough for me to get her phone number.
Well, if she's been back once, I'm sure she'll be back again.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Wait a minute. How did you know she was here before? What the hell is that?
Larry. Can we talk?
Are you sure? No word whatsoever. Good, good, very good. Yeah, I guess it'll only be a matter of minutes now. Yeah, thanks for all your help with this, and for the last minute update. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. The first drink's on me. Come on down here after it's over. I want all the gory details. All right, thanks again. Well, it looks like we're in the clear, pal. It's all running like clockwork.
I just want this whole thing over with once and for all.
Give me that. Look at you. You're a wreck. I told you I'd take care of everything. Don't I always?
It just all seems so easy. First Mel, and then her.
Yeah, well, she's all burned up now. What was her name anyway?
Sucker.
So, any last minute words for your beloved?
See you in hell, cupcake.
Dirty Laundry returns in October with an all-new season. Over the summer, we will feature our Dirty Laundry blooper show, and we have lots. Here's just a sample.
I will be free.
Nope, no, no. Okay.
By the way,
What do we sit on it?
Globe, flip it over.
Yeah.
Still going.
Got very hot.
Check. Is it done?
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Now we know it's
Because I screwed it up, I didn't want Sean to burn and die because I screwed up. That's why I grabbed it. Because I didn't know if you had like a different cue or something, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I just, because the match wasn't in the shot, so.
Oh, okay.